Today we will be talking about the two cheapest bank stocks in the Philippine Stock Exchange, who are also among the most profitable. One is known for its consistency, conservative management, and reliable dividends. The other is quietly growing earnings while trading at one of the lowest valuations in the banking sector. So if you only have enough money to buy one bank stock today, should you buy Metrobank or Philippine National Bank? In today's video, we're going to compare these two banking giants in the categories that truly matter for long-term investors. Metrobank is one of the country's largest universal banks. It has built a reputation for conservative lending, excellent risk management, and serving both corporate and retail customers. It belongs to the GT Capital Group, making it one of the strongest financial institutions in the Philippines. PNB, on the other hand, is one of the oldest banks in the Philippines. Founded in 1916, it has a strong franchise in remittances and overseas Filipino banking, while continuously expanding its commercial and consumer lending businesses. Although smaller than Metrobank, PNB has become one of the cheapest banking stocks in the market. The winner for company strength is Metrobank. Why? Because it has larger market share, better brand recognition, bigger loan portfolio, and stronger institutional reputation. Here are the top 3 reasons why Metrobank remains profitable. Metrobank avoids reckless lending. Lower bad loans mean fewer losses and more stable earnings. Second, Metrobank has a diversified income coming from consumer loans, corporate loans, credit cards, treasury, investment banking, and wealth management. These multiple income sources make the bank's earnings more resilient. Third and last, Metrobank consistently maintains capital ratios well above regulatory minimums, giving it room to grow lending while continuing to reward shareholders through dividends. For PNB, it has steadily improved its lending portfolio, allowing earnings to grow while maintaining healthy profitability. Second, millions of overseas Filipinos continue to use PNB's international banking network. And lastly, over the recent years, PNB has improved cost controls while expanding loans, leading to better returns on equity. And the winner for business efficiency, it's Metrobank. MBT wins due to better diversification, scale is larger, and superior risk management. If you want to grow your investment, like, subscribe, and smash that notification bell below. Metrobank delivered strong growth in revenue and earnings over the 5-year period, driven by expanding loan books, higher net interest income, and disciplined expense management. Net income reached about 49.7 billion pesos in 2025, reflecting the bank's ability to generate consistent profits even in a changing rate environment. Metrobank is not chasing aggressive growth. Instead, it focuses on quality growth. That's why earnings rarely become overly volatile. PNB also recorded improvements from the pandemic recovery through 2025. Profitability strengthened as lending expanded and asset quality improved, while fee-based income provided additional support. The bank continued posting healthy returns despite being much smaller than Metrobank. PNB is growing from a smaller base. That means it still has more room to surprise investors. However, smaller banks generally experience more earnings volatility. Now the winner for revenue and net income. Metrobank is the winner. This is due to its consistency in terms of income, earnings, and quality of business. Now on dividends, Metrobank has become one of the market's favorite dividend stocks. Management approved a total of 5 pesos per share cash dividend for 2026, including special dividends, resulting in an attractive yield at prevailing prices. What makes Metrobank attractive is not just the yield, it's the sustainability. The dividend is supported by strong earnings and healthy capital levels. PNB, on the other hand, has also rewarded shareholders with increasing cash dividends as profitability improved. Its indicated dividend yield has remained competitive, supported by a relatively low payout ratio that leaves room for future distributions if earnings continue to grow. Both banks are excellent dividend stocks. Metrobank offers a more established dividend history and larger earnings base. PNB offers investors a combination income and potential valuation upside. Now, who wins on the dividend race? Metrobank wins with only a slight advantage. This is due to its consistency and dependability. Now let's talk about valuation. This is the more interesting part. Which stock is cheaper? The answer is PNB. PNB continues to trade at a very low earnings multiple compared with many Philippine banking peers, while Metrobank also trades at an inexpensive valuation but commands a premium because of its stronger franchise and track record. If you're a value investor, PNB deserves serious attention, and the winner for valuation is PNB. Here is the final verdict. Metrobank shows more strength compared to PNB in terms of business strength, profitability, revenue growth, net income, and dividend. But for valuation, PNB is the leader. So which stock would I buy today? If I wanted the highest quality Philippine banking stock that can generate reliable dividends for years, I would choose Metrobank. Its earnings consistency, conservative management, and dependable dividend policy make it an excellent long-term core holding. However, if I already owned Metrobank and wanted a second banking stock with greater upside potential at a cheaper valuation, I would seriously consider adding PNB. In other words, Metrobank is the safer investment, PNB is the value opportunity. Both of these banks are financially strong, both are profitable, both pay dividends. But they appeal to different types of investors. If you're building a retirement portfolio, Metrobank may be the better choice. If you're hunting for undervalued stocks with room for re-rating, PNB deserves a closer look. Remember, never invest based solely on one video. Always study the company's financial statements, understand the risks, and make sure the investment fits your own goals and risk tolerance.